Hello and welcome back to the Japanese Saturn challenge. Tonight we are playing the Conveni Machi Dokusen seyo, which translates to the convenience store. Let's get the monopoly of that city. Timer started. I don't really know what to expect in this game. Right. Start. So map を選択してください. So select a map. We've got easy, medium, and hard. 初級、中級、上級。どっちを誘致する? You already need the dictionary. Okay, so Tocho is like the city, the government office. Yuchi. Attraction. Let's attract the Tokyo government office. I'm pretty sure that's not right. Yeah. Let's build 10 shops. And owner hyokaを So get 5 stars for the owner appraisal. Let me just double check something. Yeah, all good. Right, so yeah, so let's start with the first level, easy. They want us to select a name, and as usual, we're going to select Tenshi, that's her name. Yuruku Kanryo start. Yeah, happy with that? Are you happy with that? So Tenshi, Shokyu, first level, Hajime Kara from the beginning. Yes? Enjoy the game. Honten no ichi o kette shite kudasai. So we need to select a place for our shop. So L is to shukusho to minimize, and R modoru is to return. At the top we have first year, Ichinen Mei, 1st of January, Ketsujo, Ketsei, Kaisei, Kaijo. Kokoro yoi. Kaisei, yeah, clear weather. I should have known that. It's midnight and we're starting with 200 million yen. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we can reach. So yeah, so we need to select a spot for our shop. Well, it says Konyu Fukano means we can't buy it. Kuchi is empty lot, so we can buy. So Maru means good, and Maru is a circle, it means good, and Batsu, the cross, means it's not good, so I guess it's good for tobacco, alcohol, but not for medicine. And some of them are good for everything, so I'm not sure if I should specialize in something, or if I should just select a spot where everything has got a circle. Yeah, let's do that. So let's select this one, for example. Oh, we can't buy this one. Go Chief Kano. Sobaya, that's a soba restaurant. Ramen, yeah, that's a ramen restaurant. So we can buy this one. So I guess we need to buy something that's on the road, next to the road. Shall we try this one, for example? It's got a circle on everything and it's only 25 million yens. So let's go for it. So, bye bye Kyokao Shinsei Shimasu. Oh yes, so you need to get a license to sell tobacco, alcohol and medicine. And you can opt to not get a license. I guess yeah, might as well get a license for everything. So yeah, let's validate that. Tempo erande kudasai. So we need to select the shop. And the bigger it is, the more money we need. Shall we start with a small one maybe? Try to figure out what's what. Kurede yoroshii desu ka? So yeah, so we're going to get license to sell tobacco, beer, and medicine, and then we will have 149 million yens left. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Maiso kette shite kudasai. Sample jisakusu. So we need to organize the interior. We can use a sample or we can build it ourselves. So we are beginners, so maybe we'll use a sample. Okay. So Haichi is place something, Ido is move, Henko is change, Baikyaku is sell, and Shuryo is end. I'm not sure I like this profile on the OSSC. There's some ghosting on the everything. Let's try another one. Let's try the default one. Doesn't change anything. Oh, that didn't load it. Yeah, never mind. Let's keep this one. Okay. Yeah, so just for the sake of it, let's try Haichi. What do we get? So we need to select what we want to install. So that's a photocopier, a small photocopier, medium photocopier, something for drinks, something for noodles, oden seyo kesu. Chukaman seyo, so something for the Chukaman, it's the little cakes, you know, the Chinese things. There we go. Ondana, so that's shelves. That's warm shelves. Ondana. Small, medium and big. There we go. Wagon. These are wagons. So they're like small areas where you can place articles. And we have a fridge, so small, medium and big. And then we've got loads of things. So that's for event to Dana, so that's for events. That's a distributor. Like Jido and Baiki, that's the distributors you see on the Japanese streets everywhere. And what's this? Shitsunaigata dispenser. A dispenser. Oh, hello, Fayalena. And we've got the bench. Got some vegetations. That's a fontaine. That's a parking lot. tower駐車場 or parking lot with 2 levels. But yeah, anyway, let's just use what they built for us here. Let's finish this. So we can save, not save, or let's save it. So it's saving, do not turn off your console, and it's save. So 営業方針を決定してください. So we need to select the time we want to open. So from 7 AM to 11 PM. Yeah, I don't think I want to change that. 社員ベースアップ率。ベースアップ What is that base up? So Shine is employee and base up. Raise of the basic wage rate. Alright. Okay, so it's how much we want to pay them above the minimum wage. I guess. 資金広報に応じる。交渉。Let's negotiate wages. Yes, no, I'm gonna leave it. But let's it selected because I have no idea what I'm doing. And finish. Showing 価格を決定してください. So we need to select the price of our goods. Then show 非平均利益率. So that's the. So how much margin we're making on each good is 40%. 全体に設定する。And we can, okay, so we can increase or decrease how much money we're making on each article. Just going to leave it to 0% for now. And we can do it per article as well. But yeah, again, I'm just going to leave it as it is now. Let's, yeah. And start. So, 本店の店員を採用してください. So we need to recruit our employees. We need the tencho, the director, and then we need staff. So as a director, got Nagasawa Tatsuya. He's 34, no experience. 6,448 yen per day. And then from the top we've got the abilities. So Tairyoku is physical abilities. Gakureki is education records. And then the one below it, I'm not sure what that is. Binkose and Shakose. I think it's pronounced Binko or Hinko. No. With those games, I think I'm going to struggle at the beginning, but then as we get into a groove, then it should get better eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna have to find a few words to begin with. So I don't know that kanji, so I'm gonna have to draw it. Here it is. And then the next one. Never seen this one before. No, that's not right. I think it looks like something like this. No, can't find it. Let me try another way. Yeah, found it. Alright, so what is this word? Binsho. Agility, basically. Binsho agility. I need to remember that. And Shakose is social life. Social intercourse. Right. Yeah, I guess it's more like social life. How social they are. Okay, so that's Nagasawa Tatsuya. And I'm not sure I'll be able to read all their name, but it's Minamida Yoji. He's 40 years old. None of them have experience, looks like. But yeah, let's go with Nagasawa Tatsuya as director, as a head of the shop, consumer face. Then we need some stuff. Maybe we'll select Shota Shinsuke, is that his name? I'm not sure. And then another stuff. We select Yoshida Yuiki. Let's start. So the time is passing. So we don't open till 7. Okay. Can get out of my shop. Looks like I can buy other shops. Don't do anything. I can pause the game by pressing start. Cheating. So recruit shop employees. Let go shop employee or change shop employees. So we got Naiso, that's the interior. Yeah, we can buy some more stuff for the interior. Then Hoshin, what is that? Hoshin. Policy, of course, yeah. Plan. Ah, right, that's what it is, yeah. Is that it? So basically we can't do anything. Kaichiku, what does that mean? Oh, that's to request licenses to sell stuff. So that's Sudeni Shinsei Zumides, so that's already requested. So I'm not sure why I can click on it. But yeah, let's go back. Let's just wait for 7 o'clock. So what is this? That's a distributor, a small distributor with 20 drinks inside, and we can charge it if need be. Oh, okay, yeah, so the top number 80 is the capacity, and then it's how many articles there are in it. So this warm shelf is containing instant ramens. I think it's warm shelf, ondana. It's got to be ondana atatakai tana. Yeah, it's not even in my dictionary. Yeah, no, let's not do anything. Let's wait for the shop to open. There, we've got our first clients. Irashaimase! Welcome. We've sold 1300 yen. That's the staff room Hikaishitsu. Am I supposed to do something when that music is playing? I'm not sure. Got some vegetation here. We got photocopier. So if they bought something, something should have gone down. Because that's bento boxes. Oh yeah, they bought bento boxes because we are missing 3. Hey, new client. So at the top it says the 1st of January, Yuki, so it's snowing. I just realized it's written closed. They're restocking the shelves automatically. Good stuff. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to open a new shop to make more money? There's nobody on the register. Oh, there we go. I feel like they're a bit overstaffed, to be honest. $8,000 today. Let's cut it out. I'm tired. Arigatou gozaimashita. But that's not good if the turnover is 3,000 yen a day. It doesn't even pay for the staff. Someone's gonna have to clean this mess. Is there even an end to this game? I bet there isn't. You can just play indefinitely. There's no objective or anything. You have money. So I've got one here. So what is this here then? So I can investigate. I can't buy it. 本当の買収できません. So let's investigate. So that's a rival shop. Last month they made 0 yen. They're opening from 7 to 11 p.m. They've got an appraisal of 5 stars. Ninki popularity is 9. Soji cleanliness 28. And KB security is 96. Service is 44. Okay, that's interesting. I can click on the building to see how many people there are. That's a school. So I only have one rival. It's the 4th of January and today it's Kumori, cloudy. If there's no objective, I'm not sure what we can consider a completion goal. Irashaimase. But so far it looks like we're losing money. Just in staff wages, I suppose. Benshi Honten Moto Sabisu. Oh, what did he say? Stop it! So we've lost 1 million yen. Oh, the months are only for 4 days. I should give given me some time to read. I don't read that fast enough. He said we didn't have enough service. Oh, I should have paused with the start button. I'll know that for next time. Maybe we can do a full year and stop there. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, we might be in the green for once. Maybe not actually. If he costs 6,500. Yeah, they cost like 15,000 in just in staff. Can you clean the shop, please? Nobody's using the distributors. That's every time they restock the shelves as well, I'm losing money. So I'm still losing money. I started with 200 million. But then once I bought everything, I had 149 million. And now I'm down to 146 million. Yeah, if there's no endgame, it's going to be a bit like SimCity 2000. You just build your city and you grow it, and there's no objectives. So at the end of the month reports, I hope I can pause so I can get a chance to read everything. I like how they just live in the shop. the three of them in a very small room. Pause! Pause! Stop it! I can't pause when it shows the menu, that's so weird. I have to keep the X button pressed now. But so the last month we lost 500,000. And the month and compared. Not sure I understand all this. Oh yeah, so the column on the right is the month before the previous month, so that's 2 months ago. Yeah, we had apparently we had almost 900,000 in benefits, in revenue, and then we spent 51 million, which was to buy all the shop and everything. Then last month we had a profit of minus 500,000, if I'm reading that right. We didn't spend anything. And the population of the town is 2,175. Maybe I could try and build another shop and see what happens. That's my rival. Oh, that's why I spent 500,000. It's because I did an inspection of my rival. Do nothing. Oh, I can't buy another shop. So I can only have one shop. So my service here is quite low. So how do I increase that? By paying my employees more? Oh, maybe it depends on the employee, because they all have low stats on seyo 40 at the bottom. Does that mean I should fire them? Employees... face. So Ido is transfer, and I guess that's when you have multiple shops. Yeah, so only have one shop at the moment, so there's no point in transferring people. Oh, what is that? Tempo, so that's shop. Fudosan. What is Fudosan? Real estate, of course. That's to open a new shop. That's to buy a shop, to sell a shop. So if I wanted to here, I could buy a new shop. Okay. Buy Soku. Oh, I could have an advertisement campaign or something. Oh, come on. Buy Soku. Hansoku. Yes. Yeah, sales promotion. And you can do advertisement, send them. Yeah. Yuchi's. What is Yuchi? I checked it earlier. Attraction, right. So Yuchi suru sechi. Shisetsu, was it? So attract, select the place you want to attract. So that's a police station, fire station, residential area, businesses, offices, education, buildings, primary school, kindergarten, an event hall, a gym, building, pool, a middle school, high school, university, a specialized school, a leisure center, leisure park or something, the zoo, the Dokutsu, aquarium, and the park. Oh, hello Torai-san, thank you for following. Doria-san, sorry, Doria-san. Yeah, not sure what I'm doing here. So what else do we have? Chosa, investigation. Tempo with Chosa, get the details of shops. Get graphs of the profit. So what's Shushi, is that profit? Income and expenditure. And get... Okay, so let's get the details for a shop. Dono tempo chosa shimasu ka? Okay, so if we look at our shop, that's what we have. So we're not really popular. But we have 5 stars for appraisal, as appraisal. Oh yeah, and the service is quite low, 40. And if we look at revenue and expenditure, Shushi, so we are in the red, not making any profit, and I think that's because we don't have enough people coming. That's for all the shops at once, but we only have one shop anyway. And enquête. Oh, so that's the articles we've bought, the bentos, instant meals, etc, etc. Oh, and then we can see what people wanted to buy. So that's what we have on the left, and that's what people want to buy on the right. Interesting. So maybe I should change some of my some stuff in my shop. But before we do that, system, can I save here? Load, save. Oh, we can change the music. Let's change the music. This one is coming on already. It didn't change. Yeah. Let's save. Game is saving. Do not turn off your machine. Saved. Oh, the music has changed. Cool. So what was it they wanted the most then? Yeah, so before we go to enquête, let's do a campaign. So let's start an advertisement campaign, and we can do it by direct to mail, sending a mail to everybody by mail, but they made an actual letter or leaflets in mailboxes. Then we can put an ad in the paper. We can put an ad on a balloon. I don't remember what that's called. Dokusen. A blimp, of course, a blimp. We can have an ad on the radio and an ad on the TV. Shall we put something in the paper? For 500,000 yen. Yeah, let's do that. Or we can select multiple. Shall we do the paper and the blimp? Let's be crazy. And might as well do this one as well. Leaflets in mails. It's going to be 1,600,000. Let's do it. Stop, give me a chance to read. Okay, so we've got our campaign started. And the campaign through mails has been completed. Okaichiku must be to change the type of shop. At the moment we have a small shop and we can upgrade to a bigger shop if we wanted to. But yeah, let's wait for the end of the month. Irashaimase! Irashaimase! So nostalgic. Are you Japanese, Doria-san? Nihonjin desu ka? Nihongo wa mou hanasemasen, but けど頑張ります。Looks like we're getting more people. Our campaign, advertisement campaign using blimps is completed. Arigatou gozaimashita. Still losing money. But so maybe I should listen to what they want. Anketo. So it looks like they want some more sweets. Kashirui, Ichiyohin, Ibento Shohin. And I'm not selling any of that. So let's focus on the first two maybe, Kashirui and Nichiyohin. So if I want to sell some of that. Maybe I can change. So they didn't want bento, they wanted there we go, sweets. So let's replace that with sweets. And then they wanted daily goods as well. There we go, Nichiyohin. Let's do that. Shuryo, Bozon suru. Save. Save shimashita. What did I put here again? Is that making any difference at all? I'm not sure. It's the end of the month. Right, so compared to last month, our expenditure and revenue are in minus 700. And what's touchy here? Oh, lost the report already. If I go here, I can see it again, right? But yeah, basically we're losing money. Why is this not showing anything? Is that based on the current day? The enquête must be. Or the current month. That's not good. Boomburger. Well, I'm at it. How do you translate boomburger? Stationery, of course. Stationery. Nobody's coming to my shop. So they're buying the sweets cashieri, so that's good. They're getting stationery as well. Is that because it's close to a school? So they need stationery. And they need a event to show in. We can give them that. Maybe if I change... I can't change anything when the shop is open. So that enquête. So that's for the month. And that's showing a running total for the month. Okay, so we need an event to show in. Let's see what we can do. Can I change an existing one? Oh, that's yeah, there's no event. I think it's a different type of furniture. It's not Ondana. It's one of them, isn't it? Ibentodana. Ibentodana. So I need to install one of them. And if I put it here, then there won't be any room to move. Maybe I should get rid of... Let's get rid of this thing here. Nobody's using it. And let's put in... Ibentodana. Let's put it here. How do I... That will do. Save. So that's our advertisement in the paper. That's completed. Direct mail, oh yes, so that's the campaign through mails. I thought that was done already. Nobody's coming. What is that? Is she on a scooter? So how are we doing? Oh, now they want some vegetables. Yes, but the most requested thing was Ibento, and we've got it here. I have no idea what's going on. Mukiteki wa nan nan da? Nobody's coming. That's the advertisement campaign on the blimps. So I think we're doing pretty good here. Let's also look at so we are gaining popularity in Inky, but the service is still low. And I still have no idea how to make it profitable. Hey, we might be profitable today. 40,000 yen. Arigatou gozaimashita. So the rank will increase if we sell our goods cheaper. Okay. Yeah, we're still losing money. So why is it showing for the previous month, for the month before that? I'm not sure why it's showing a profit. Oh, it's compared to the previous month. Okay, so yeah, so the first column is the previous month, and then... Okay, yeah, so compared to the previous month, we didn't lose as much money. And is the advertisement campaign running until you stop it? So it looks like... I thought it was just a one-off. But yeah, no, it's running every month. Right, okay, now so we need to stop that. Stop it. And what else can we do? Not sure where Yuchi is. Attraction. So I guess we want to attract. Enjoy. So you give support to one of these establishments, and then you get their clientele to come to you. So if I try to attract let's try to attract the police, for example. Uchiseru basho kimote kudasai. Oh, okay, so you want them to... You want to attract them to a location. So if I want some more residential, and I want them to come. So what about here, for example? Okay. Lots of people are coming now, but I'm still losing money. Nobody's serving them. So, rival has started an advertisement campaign. Looks like they want a lot more different articles now. So I probably need a bigger shop. So can I do that? Can I go to Kaichiku and get the biggest shop possible? No, I can't. Can I get the medium shop? Yes. Let's use a sample to begin with. Oh wow, that's a lot bigger. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. So let's save first. Save shimashita. What is this? Cold drink distributor. Customers might be surprised to see a much bigger shop. 150 yen. Second of May. It's raining today. I still have no idea how to beat this game. I think we might just try to do a full year. See how it goes. Oh, thank you, Doria-san. Yep, see you later. Good night. Arigatou gozaimashita, as they would say. Actually, at the beginning it said that we needed to attract the Tocho. Government office. How do we do that? I might just Google it. Since we have time, once the... Looks like there's a guide on eBay. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it. Tsukareta. So how are we doing with the enquête? So it looks like they wanted chukamon. They wanted warm drinks. They didn't get them. And Chowa Karui. Yeah, so I start with chukamon and atatakai ingrio. Well, I can't change anything. Oh, but I can now because it's past. Oh no. I need to wait for the shop to close and then I can change what I want to sell. So what is this? Can't tell what was there before. Oh, never mind. So let's change that to... Okay, actually, no, I don't want. So that's a fridge here. I don't want to change what it's setting there. Ready? Oops, what did I do? So what is being sold here? Bento, pan. So where can I sell some chukanon? It's probably... What is this one? Bento, pan. So I think I need some sort of warm shelf, and then I can sell some. Let's try and let's sell this one, for example, and then I can install. So that's a general shelf. That's a cold shelf, so that's a fridge. That's a fridge. There's another one here. There's got to be some sort of warm. Ah, there we go. So this one is for warm drinks. And then we have chukanon. Yes, maybe we can have warm drinks and chukanon. So let's have this maybe right over here. And then we can add chukanon right here. So what's the translation for chukanon? Chu. Chinese dumpling. Yeah, there's Chinese steamed bun. That's what they want. That's what they're going to get. So before the end of the month, let's have a look at the Enquêteur again. Looks like they want stationery now. I might have replaced the stationery with something else by mistake. So that's stationary here. I wish it would tell me what's on display. Oh, it's okay. It does tell me. So that's hungry. So that's books. Here we have bentos. We have instant meals. Here we have cold drinks. Meats. And fish. So I guess I need to replace one of these. So do they want books? But they don't. Yeah, they didn't choose the books at all, so we need to replace the books by stationery, I think. It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. Arigatou gozaimashita. What else can we replace? So we need stationery. And they want tobacco as well. So let's try and give them that. So where could we place the tobacco? Maybe where there's instant meals? Did they buy any instant meals? They did quite a lot. No, they didn't. Ice cream. Yeah, so they didn't buy any instant meals or books. So we're going to change that. So we want tobacco and stationery. Also, thanks to our support, they've built a residential area. That's right here. So our rival has opened 3 shops. Yeah, and we're still burning money like crazy. Okay. So let's change. So we want stationery instead of books. Oh, this is so laggy. Yeah, so here I want stationery. There we go. And I also want tobacco. Is it here? No. So how do I sell tobacco? It's coffee, warm drinks, udon. It's a fridge. It's for events. Cold goods. That's distributor. Oh, there we go. Distributors. Is there? Ah, well, there we go. We can have a cigarette distributor. Have it. I'm gonna put it here so they can have cigarettes here. So it's the 1st of June and it's raining. and I've just burnt 80 million yen in total. I'm not making any money. Shall we change the music? Let's try music number 3. Oh, so now they want books. What's oh, shitagi, that's underwear. So we're selling underwear. Are we selling any? No. So let's replace shitagi by books when we can. Let's wait for the shop to close. Let's replace underwear by books. Let me try something. If I change the face here, does it do anything? Oh, it's worse now. Yeah, we're still burning money like crazy. Burning money, burning money. we've seen our 1000th customer. So where is our rival? Got their shop here. Looking. Not sure. Oh yeah, so that's there. I thought the numbers looked different. So it looks like our popularity is quite low, so maybe we should try an advertisement campaign. So let's try that. So bicycle, send them. Shall we do everything? Let's go all in. 10 millions per month. They want more, but oh, I guess because it's summer, they want a lot of cold drinks. That's interesting. So cold drinks are quite popular now. Yeah, the blimp advertisement campaign is completed. Let's get it up. going to try something. It might break everything. Yeah, that's not good. Oops. This looks good on the stream. So why is it doing that? Oh, there we go. So, just using this opportunity to use different options on my OSSC. So is this better? I'm not sure which one I prefer. Hello, any old games? I have no idea what's going on with this game. I'm managing a Conveni. I was playing with the profiles of the OSSC. I've loaded the Firebound X ones. Yeah. I'm just losing money at the moment. I've created a shop. I've employed people. And I'm trying to sell articles depending on the demand. I don't really know what's going on. I started with 200 million yen, and now I've got 116 million left. I haven't made a profit just yet. Go sure there are several profiles for Saturn. Yeah. Yeah, so there was 3 profiles for the Saturn. There was a Saturn 352, which doesn't work at all. 320 and 704. And I'm using the 320 at the moment. I've actually, apparently the RetroTink 5X can deal with the change of resolution pretty well. So I've ordered it. I broke my piggy bank and I've ordered it. I'm looking forward to it. I tried a few high-resolution games with the Firebound X profile and they don't look really good. I need to tune them. Yes, yeah, the interlacing is pretty good. It will be good for Virtua Fighter 2 and Fighters Megamix on the Saturn. I think I'm going to stop my advertisement campaign. Yeah, the only downside with the RetroTink is that it costs a fortune. And if you want to import it in the UK, you have to pay for customs as well. Advertisement. yeah. Let's just stop everything. Yeah, it doesn't have VGA, which is an issue if you want to play the Dreamcast, I think. I'm only using SCART at the moment anyway. And I might use Component if I start playing the PS2, which might not be for a while. Oh, right, really? I think I'm going to do 1 year in the game, then I'm going to call it quits, because there's no objective or anything. You just run your shops and that's it. There's a rival here. Well, not really. It's just the commands, but there's no blobs of text or anything. So I can't buy his shop just yet. Do nothing. Yeah, and there's no story, obviously. It's a bit like, you know, SimCity 2000. You can just play indefinitely. I feel like, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's any targets or objectives to accomplish. There's quite a lot of customers on that day, for a change. So what's the demand? So it's funny because it's summer, so they're buying a lot of cold drinks. Sumetai Inglio at the top, 185. But it looks like they want to buy... So on the left it's what they've bought from the shop, and on the right it's what they want to buy. And they couldn't buy alcohol, bread and medicine. Maybe I can have... So when the shop is closed, I can rearrange it. So I wonder if I could add some alcohol. Would that be a distributor? So that's tobacco, cold drinks. So where can I sell alcohol? maybe I can change. Medicine, underwear, pouch maze, electric goods, bread. So where's the alcohol? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's not take this too seriously. This game needs a memory cartridge as well if you want to save. It's good timing because I ordered one last week and I just received it today. But the pins are messed up, so if I push the cartridge all the way down, it doesn't work. I have to push it halfway and then the pins make contact and it works. But it looks like I don't think I'm going to play. Yeah, but the problem with that is that it's not recognized as a memory cartridge, so you can't use it from games. I've got one of those as well, the 4-in-1. But you can only transfer saves from the internal memory to the 4-in-1 cart. It's not recognized as a cart from by a game. So this one, if you don't have a dedicated memory card, then you can't save. Because the saves are bigger than the internal memory. Oh, you can? Alright. Is that one of those red ones you can buy on eBay? Good. The one I've got is this one. And there's no memory card mode. But anyway, I've got a dedicated one now, so... Alright, cool, yeah. I guess it's the same as the one I have. It's instead of I don't have a switch to switch between memory card and action replay. If I knew, I would have ordered that. I'm not even sure I want to complete a full year in this game now. I've been playing for 2 hours. Not much happening. Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing Metal Slug. I've never played it before. You need a memory extension for that. Astra Superstars is good. One card optional, very recommended, yeah. Do you get less frames of animation if you don't have the extension? Yeah, we're making quite a lot of money. Alright, yeah. Do you have the MPEG extension card? You know, the one you put at the back? I think there's only a couple of games that can use it. It was for the video CD. Oh, he said to lower the prices of the shop as well. I forgot to do that. Yeah, so I can lower the prices by, let's lower them by 20%. So we're only making a profit of 20%. Start. So the turnover last month has exceeded 3 million yen. Yeah. Are there games that are not compatible with the satiator? Because it's not meant to be used as a as a source of the data. It's meant to be read from the CD. So in my mind, an ODE is better than the satiator. And the ODEs are not very difficult to install. There's just a ribbon cable. It's pretty impressive that what he did, that guy. I saw the documentary on YouTube where he didn't have the product yet, but he was showing his setup, how he was hacking the console basically, by reverse engineering it. It was quite interesting, very impressive. Can't remember his name, it's Doctor something. Do you really need a disk drive if you can read backups anyway? The laser is going to die anyway. I mean, you don't lose it forever. If you really want to, you can reinstall it back. There's nothing destructive. Did we make a profit last month then? Hey, we made a profit for the first time! It's in blue. Oh, right, yeah. Looks like they want some bread, but only 11, so I'm not going to give it to them. I think I'm going to change the background music again. Had enough of this one. Suspicious voice noises. Ah! Ah! They're so tired. The shop has just about become profitable. Or is it because I lowered the price of everything? So there's a lot more people coming. Ah, scarita. I'm tired. That's what it means. The cold drinks have been very successful. Thank you very much. Yeah, 201. Probably because it's August, so they want cool drinks. Like how they all sleep in that small room together. Guess you can potentially spend hours on this game. Like hundreds of hours if you wanted to. Buy more shops, make them more profitable. Let's get it up. I only have 10 in popularity, whatever that means. Maybe if I reduce the price even more, I'll be more popular. Oh, what is this? Kyowa Omatsuri desu. So that's a festival today. Yuru Hachiji ni Hanabita Kagaru. So there's a firework display at 8 o'clock. What does that mean? That they're going to want to buy drinks at 8 o'clock? So I wanted to reduce my prices even more. Store policy. Oh, I can't go below 20%. Otherwise I will... Alright, so I'm not making any profits at the moment on my goods. I misunderstood that. Alright, so the number... So the first 20% is the average margin. And then if I try to lower the price even more, then some articles will have 0% margin, so I can't lower it more. Well, fine, just leave it where it is. Don't know why they make those noises. How are we doing with the supply and demand? Yeah, pretty good, I think. They want some medicine, but not as much as what they're already buying. Medicine, bread, alcohol, daily goods. Drug and alcohol is good mix. That's what they want to buy, but to buy, but I'm not selling it. Yeah, 21 drugs, 2 alcohol. I don't know how to sell alcohol. But that's the fireworks. Oh, we can see them. There they are. I missed them. Oops. Yeah, so revenue and expenditure minus... I'm not... It's gone too fast. Basically, we're losing money again. So I guess instead of making 0 profit, I should try and make a little profit. First of September. Yeah, let's go for 3 more months. The months are 4 days, by the way. and then we'll pick a new game. Where is everybody? I raised my prices just a little bit and nobody's coming. Stop it with those noises. Is it because they don't sleep or something? Let's check the supply and demand. Yeah, they still don't want anything new. Oden is those thick noodles. Or is it? Oden. Oh no! Oh yes, yeah, it's those. Yeah, I remember now. In those stores, you can. Yeah, you can make your own dish. You select various ingredients. It's like a buffet. So what was I thinking? What are those thick noodles? Oh, udon. Udon is what I was thinking. Thick Japanese wheat noodles. Oh, there's a typhoon at the top. Can we see it? No. It's just typhoon season in September. September. Tower 駐車場 Tower parking. And it will be the same for SimCity 2000. There's no objective in that game, is it? You just build your city and then you just watch it grow and that's it. That's kind of the same. Yeah. I can't remember Virtua Fighter 2. Is there an arcade mode where you have to beat everybody? Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah. Just double checking that there's no objective. Popularity is quite low again. Yeah, popularity is only 12. September. It's a clear weather. Yeah, I was thinking about this one as well. I think I'm gonna have to, because there isn't much to do in the open world area. I think I might have to. The only thing is, with the Sonic and Knuckles, do I have to play all the combinations? Yes, Sega just collections. It should be interesting. I never managed to finish Outrun. I'm gonna have to. What else is scaring me? The Gradius games, Gradius 1 and 2. They're really hard. All the shmups in general, they shoot them up. hopefully the next game will have a better frame rate. After virtual hide lead, we're doing this, and the frame rate is really bad as well. And luckily, baby games have stable frame rate on Saturn, yeah. Very few. And if it's more than 5 frames per second, I think I can tolerate it. I don't know why it's weird, but the more recent games, if it's not a stable frame rate on console, like if it's not a stable 30 FPS or 60 FPS, I can't stand it. But on old games, I don't mind it. Like I played Exhumed. Space Hulk was very difficult there. I've never seen it. I played Exhumed and the frame rate was really bad. But it wasn't a problem for some reason. But Space Hulk, is it a platformer? Alright, FPS. Or Doom-like, as they called it back in the day. What about Alien Trilogy? Was it difficult? Always wondered. I never played that game. I think there's Doom on the Saturn is one of the worst ports as well. Gonna have to play that. Never played the first Doom. Was Duke Nukem 3D released in Japan? Can't remember. I don't think it was. Yeah, that's why it was pretty good. But it looks like it wasn't released in Japan. So if it isn't, it means I'm not going to play it. Got the list of all the games I'm going to play on a spreadsheet. And I'm happy to share it. Yeah, there's 19 games I couldn't find. There's some games where you have to learn English as well. The Emit game, Volume 1, 2 and 3. That should be interesting. They have games with nudity in them on the Saturn, but Duke Nukem 3D is where they draw the line. You can't decapitate a monster and have a poo in their trunk. That's too far. Back in 5 minutes. But it's too difficult for them to say Duke Nukem. So, my other half was just back from work, so I just said hello. What did we say in French? We say Duke Nukem 3D? Duke Nukem? We had no idea what it meant. Duke Nukem. Nukem. I didn't even pause the game, I just let it go. 3rd of October. Nearly there. Fourth of October. Sorry. How are we doing with the supply and demand? It looks like they want more medicine now, or drugs. Because it's getting colder, so they have colds. losing money. I was profitable for just 1 month. We got to restock those shelves. Cool drinks. Like most small shops now. Yeah, it's sad. They can't compete with Amazon and eBay. Our rank has become 1 star. Clearly I'm not doing very good. Yeah, I'm not sure about France either. I bet it's the same. Even in the UK they will say it's because of Brexit. But France is pretty bad as well. COVID shut down a country for 12 months and pay 70% people wages for taxes. Yeah. Yeah, I was lucky. I was during COVID. I was working for a logistics company, and the volume has doubled during COVID. I can't say which one, but you know, if I told you, you know which one it is. You'd know it. But yeah, but now that company, because they got so much money from COVID, they tried to scale their staff up, and now the volume is going down again. So they have to make people redundant. Sakaluna. It's like, are you kidding me? So it looks like a customer is not happy. Although COVID was real, therefore a lot of dodgy stuff went on. Yep. I got COVID, I think it was in July last year, and for 2 weeks I just had a very mild sore throat. I think the fitter you are, the harder it impacts you. And I'm really not fit at the moment. So it didn't really impact me a lot. Got lucky. I had 3 vaccines as well. 3 jabs. This guy here is really small. Got it once, but had it 3 times. Last 3 times were nothing but failed test. Alright, interesting. Yeah, I thought it was just a small cold, so I did the test and it was positive. Here. Or the flu. Like she's restocking the shelves and she's like, ah. Or cleaning. They don't like cleaning. Stop complaining. Yeah. Upside down. And parking here. But if you click on it, it says Chushajo, which is the Japanese for parking. It's just, you know, using English is cool. It's weird, they're not really good at speaking English. I know the Koreans are pretty good. Then if you go to Japan, then nobody can speak English. Well, if they try, you don't really understand what they say. They're even worse than me. But then, that's me speaking from my experience there 15 years ago, so maybe they can speak English now. Like the Chinese, they kind of given up Chinese. The Chinese and just started doing English instead, yeah. Like in... where is it they speak English? Is it Shanghai? It's just if you want to do trading and international commerce, you just have to speak English. think one of the reasons why the Saturn was not very popular with the developers is that the Hong Kong, yeah, Hong Kong is what I was trying to, not Shanghai, Hong Kong. The Saturn user manuals, the manuals for the developer had really bad English in it, so it was really hard for them to understand how to use the system. If only they had, they just had to hire someone who could speak English and Japanese. I don't know why they didn't. But they just let the engineer, yeah, do the translation. One more month to go and I'm gonna call it quits with this game. Oh yeah. Sega US was like, we don't need a new console, we've got the Mega CD and the 32X, it's fine. We can make the consumers with a little more before a new console. For the last month, I'm going to charge them even more. 30% over the actual price. It will be like hitting inflation in the UK. He just said that cold drinks are selling well still. Yeah, I live in the UK. I live up north. So it's the season where we need to buy warm drinks. And he also warned me against raising the prices so high. It's a long story. I just came to Yorkshire on holiday, and I really enjoyed it. I really like the people here. I just came to the UK to learn English to begin with, and then I just stayed. That was 13 years ago. I've been here 13 years. Right, so everything is super expensive in my shop now. Yeah, the south of France is nice. Definitely. It's hot. It's too hot for me. Christmas music. Arigatou gozaimashita. Two days to go. Well, 3 including this one. Nah, not going to Japan. Oh. I'm too old now anyway to start something new. Just want to play their games. Don't want to be there. You know, I like working my 40 hours in the UK. If I need to do overtime, they will be paid. If I need to do overtime, it's only if it's really necessary. In Japan, you have to do overtime every day, and it's not paid. And the hierarchy is crazy as well. In the not work just holiday. Oh yeah. Japanese worked far too hard for us. We had it. They look like they work hard, but they're not as productive. Yeah, no, as a on holiday, yeah, definitely, I would, yeah. And I lived there for 1 year, back in 2008 or 9. And yeah, there are some aspects of it I really miss. Like the fact that, you know, in Tokyo, if you want to have a ramen, you know, Chinese noodle soup at 2 in the morning, you just go out and you just go to a restaurant. They will be open. You can go to a convenience store any time of the day as well, at night. I do miss that. But then again, like, in every developed countries, you know, the capital city is not very nice. There's a lot of busy people, and people are not nice in general. It's like I wouldn't like to live in London, for example, or Paris. Two days to go. Now Tokyo is super clean. It's a shock. There's no dog poop. No, in Paris there's dog poop everywhere. There's cigarette butts as well everywhere. In Tokyo everything is super clean. In Tokyo as well, they just leave their bikes outside. They have some sort of lock on the wheel at the back, but if you want to, you can just pick up the bike and and take it. Nobody is stealing everything. You could leave your wallet on the ground in Tokyo anywhere, and nobody would pick it up. Or if they picked it up, it would be to give it to Lost and Found. The criminality is really low. You know, you can walk in the city very late at night in unlit areas, and you won't risk anything. Yeah, definitely Liverpool, yeah. Liverpool, Manchester. I used to have my pushback just outside my house with a lock there, and it got stolen. Bastards. I can't believe I played this thing 3 hours. Down the road from me and got shot up. Oh wow. That's scary. I guess that comes with poverty and recession in general. You know, when people don't have enough money to put bread on the table, then they have to resort to criminality. Sort of little girls with pigtails. Yeah. Except we don't have a law allowing us to have guns. I mean, having a gun to protect your family, the limit I could understand, but having an assault rifle to protect your family, it's a bit much. Right, that was the last day of the year. But nothing peculiar is going to happen. I think we can just move on from the game. Yeah, so he's asking me to lower the price of everything to increase the rank of the shop. Well, I think we'll just leave it here for this. Oh, we got appraisal for the year. Okay. Can we see that again? The menu went by way too fast and I couldn't stop it. But yeah, but basically we've done everything wrong, so everything is 0 star. Anyway, I don't think we can hit the credit screen on this one, so I'm just going to stop it. I'm going to save it just in case. In case we decide to revisit it later on. Save. Come on. Saving. let's stop it. So I thought we'd do something different. I think we need to rank the games at the end. So what we can do, I've got this thing here. Let's refresh the chat. You can put games here as we play them. So that's the game I've played so far. The worst ones were Side Pocket 2 and Sotsugo S. This one wasn't a game, so I'll just put it in F. I didn't really enjoy it. Virtual Hybrid was not that bad in my opinion, so I put it in C. It's kind of controversial, I think. But yeah, so we need to put a rank for this new game, Conveni. I think it was pretty good if you're in that kind of thing, in this genre of game, but for me it wasn't really my thing. But yeah, the graphics were pretty good. But yeah, if you're not, objectively, maybe I'd give it a C. But this is all very subjective anyway. But yeah, so alright, so let's pick up save this. Let's pick up a new game. So we need to start our game roulette. Oh yeah, I need to start the timer as well on the other one to do that. Right, here we go. Oops, shouldn't have done that. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Race driving. Not consider your nice French accent will slowly turn into a Yorkshire accent. It has turned into a Yorkshire accent already. And the worst thing is, so when I speak English, I've got a French accent, but when I speak French now, I've got an English accent as well. So yeah, so my accent is messed up. Alright, so yeah, race driving. Race driving is a sequel to the arcade driving simulator Hard Driving. Gameplay is similar to the first game. The player must complete laps around the racetracks before a timer expires. There are several checkpoints around the track which increase the player's time as he passes. This was only released in Japan. It's from 1995. Well, that looks fun. I keep saying that for all the games when I see them here, but then when I play them, I'm like, ugh. But yeah, no, that's it's not good, but not terrible either. Oh. You can choose between 8 cars. Wow. Cool. Yep. So we'll start playing that from tomorrow. All right. Yeah. Thank you for joining me and keeping me company. That game was it was almost like watching paint dry. Yeah. See you later. Bye bye.